going on, everybody? It is your boy, Trey Sanson. You know how we do it on the channel? You know how we do it here? We got a little bit of a review, a little bit of a discussion, but you already know that. Before we get into that, though, I need something from you. I need you to like this video. I need you to share this video. And if it's all right, sub to the channel. Continue to check in and let me know where you're watching this video from. Now, as you know, if for those of you who have been watching, thank you. Appreciate it. But you know, I just got back off of vacation. So I did some shopping while I was on vacation. As always, went to a Burlington in Moss Point, Mississippi. Went to a Burlington in D'Albertville, Mississippi. Had a good time. Went to the one in D'Albertville multiple times. I want to say it was Saturday before we left out. Stopped at Burlington again and came across a fragrance I've been very curious about. I have not seen this in my area in a rag store. And it's funny because it's two places I go when I go to Burlington. I go to the fragrances and then I always go to the shoes. I'm always trying to find me a good deal on something or the t-shirts, but definitely the fragrances and the shoes. So I went to the fragrances and I did not see anything. So I went to the shoes and I saw a pair of shoes. So I put them in my buggy and I'm walking back to the back to do a little research and check shit out. Make sure, you know, I'm getting them at a good price, you know, because you can overpay in a rag store too. And then I look and then I see this sitting on the shelf from the house of Lattafa. Let's see if I can pronounce this. It is Ishq shuyukh Gold from Lattafa Pride. And I'm just gonna tell you, Lattafa right now, for the money, making some of the best fragrances in the game. Right there, see it? Box presentation, bam. Probably end up throwing the box away just because I do not need all of these boxes. I know some of you keep your fragrances in boxes, and if you have room for that, that's beautiful. It does help with resale if you decide to sell them, but for those who are curious, there's the box. It is very slick, very solid, nice detail, whatever. Okay, that's the box. And here is the bottle, and it's got this gold thing on there. I'm not sure what that is. Yeah, but it's Ishq shuyukh Gold. What a name. But what a fragrance. I did wear this to work the other day, and one of my coworkers who only works so many days a week, so we haven't seen each other in a couple of weeks, she goes, "Hey Trey, didn't know you was back. I thought you was gonna be gone for 2 weeks." I said, "No, when I left, I told you it would be 2 weeks before I saw you again." And she was like, "Oh, well, I'm glad you're back. And ooh, you smelling good." This right here. Now I'm gonna do my best to sum this fragrance up because you know I don't look at no breakdown and I don't do no breakdown. And the reason for that is because everybody picks up on something different. And they may say it has 16 notes in there and you only smell 2. This is an oud fragrance. Now, here's the thing about it. It is a very mature, easy, wearable oud. This is not loud. It is not offensive at all. It is a really, really good fragrance. And this is a compliment getter. And the thing that I like about fragrances like this from the house of Lattafa, one, nobody's really wearing it. Nobody outside of Fragcom. So you're not gonna bump into somebody at the mall that has this on. Just not. You're just not. Does it smell amazing? Yeah. It just smells good. It just smells good. It's not too strong. It's not too overpowering. It does come across as gentlemanly and classy, but at the same time, it's sophisticated. It's just not your average, everyday, run-of-the-mill scent. And of course, it's a Lattafa fragrance, which some of their fragrances are not inspirations, but most of them are inspired by other, well, more expensive fragrances. And this This one is also, I'm not sure what it is cloning. It doesn't really matter because I haven't even smelt it. So I couldn't tell you if it was close or not. But what I can tell you is this. For those of you who haven't experienced a Lattafa fragrance, I think you should do yourself a favor and pick yourself up one. That's it. Straight to the point, no chase. If something were to happen tomorrow and I were to have to start my collection over, Lattafa would be one of the first fragrance houses that I started with. I would start with Lattafa. I would start with Afnan. I'm forgetting one. I always want to leave this one out. You got Lattafa, you got Afnan, you got Al Harameen. It's always the one I forget. It's always one I forget. Definitely would start with Dapper and Sensual Obsessions. That's just the way that I would go because you get the best bang for your buck. Some of the fragrances in my collection I like, I love, I wouldn't bother to rebuy because each house is making their version of the same scent. But this is a high quality fragrance as you get from most Lattafa fragrances. And I have let a lot of people smell Lattafa fragrances. I sell a lot of Lattafa fragrances to my coworkers, and not one of them have ever said, you know what, that smells cheap and generic, because it doesn't. Quality is there. They last a good long time on your skin. They last even longer on your clothes, and they just work. This just works. Struggle with the pronunciation of this name though. It's Shuyukh Al. I mean, I don't know where they came up with this name, man. Al Shuyukh Gold is what we just gonna call it. Ishq Al Shuyukh Gold. But this is a beautiful fragrance and a nice introductory level fragrance to an oud fragrance. And again, it's not animalic. It's just a little bit woody. It has a sweet nuance. And one thing that a lot of people don't realize about oud fragrances is when you wear them, they come off as clean. They don't always come off as woody or animalic or anything like that. Sometimes they just come off as clean. Throw you a little bone here. Dunhill Icon Absolute, the one in the gold bottle, that is an oud fragrance. Every time I wear it, it lights out with compliments. Lights out with compliments. If you want a super strong oud smelling fragrance, then you should try Frank Olivier. But if you want an oud fragrance that's very classy, very gentlemanly, smells good, you have a hint of oud, but really comes across more clean and masculine than it does anything, with a hint of sweetness, then this is the one for you. From the house of Lattafa, and it is, I am butchering this name, but everybody does, so it's okay. Ishq Al Shuyukh Gold. And I know they have this in silver as well, and I've been told the silver smells like 1 Million Lucky. So if I ever have an opportunity to pick that up, I will as well. But yeah, this is a stunning fragrance. Lattafa has really stepped his game up. Man, what is the name of the, I always get Lattafa, I always get Afnan, I'm off. I always forget I'm off. One of my coworkers wore I'm off to work tonight, and he smelled good. I'm finally getting to understand that, pardon my language, that you got to put that shit on. If you're gonna spray a fragrance, you can't just be like, you got to put it on. You got to put it on. And he's finally understanding that, and he's loving the compliments that he's getting. But and the one he wore tonight was I'm off Club de Nuit, Man Intense. But again, I know I'm late to the party with this one, but for those of you who are also late to the party, if you see this one, I think you'll like it. I think you'll like it for the price. I think it was $29. for the price that you're gonna pay for a Lattafa fragrance at Burlington, you really can't miss. Really can't miss, really can't go wrong. Nice fragrance here. Glad I added it to my collection, and it will blend in well with my collection. That Lattafa Pride line is a really nice line of fragrance. And again, you gotta realize I spend my hard-earned money on these fragrances. I get no kickback from Lattafa. The only little kickback I get from fragrances is when I buy and sell, or some of you guys send me something, or when I hit my revenue goal for YouTube. That is it. That is it. I don't get kickbacks from any of these companies, and honestly, I'm okay with that, because it allows me the freedom and ability to tell you my honest opinion and what I think about a fragrance. And I think this one is, I think it's really good. I think it's really good. So if you have an opportunity to pick this up, I think you should buy it. That's it. I'm gonna get off of here now, because it is about 2 o'clock in the morning and I do have to get some rest at some point. But one more time, one time for the one time, it is, goodness gracious, man. Ishq Al Shuyukh Gold. I know I butchered it, but this is what the box will look like. So if you see it, go ahead and grab it. All right, guys, man, thank you all so much for being the best part of this channel and supporting the channel. Here lately, it has been a struggle. A lot of us smaller YouTubers just aren't getting the push that we used to get. And part of that is because, well, YouTube is doing what YouTube do. There's the train. You know, every time I shoot a video, the train pops up. So thank you for those who are tuning in, watching the videos. It's grateful. It's grateful, and it's greatly appreciated. So I got one question for you. What would you like to see more of on the channel? Would you like shorter videos, longer videos? You know, I'm not the type of guy that does all the animation and tricks and shit like that. It's you know, with me, it's straight looker, no chaser. And what you see is what you get. So, you know, I'm not going to do a lot of animation because I'm just old school like that. So, but anyway, if you have any suggestions for some things that you would like to see in the upcoming month of September, because we're here at the end of August, no matter what time I shoot, that train comes. I think they got one more whistle blow. It may not even be loud on the video, but it's loud in my ears, so I don't want to try to talk over it. But anyway, we're at the end of the month of August. So if there's something that you would like to see in the month of September, leave it in the comments, or maybe I can get to it. Maybe it's something that I can pull off and do. Always keep in mind, I'm a one-man show. What you see is what you get. Ain't nobody helping me do nothing. Everything is all on me. So keep that in mind. But anyway, listen, I love you all, and may God bless you all, guys. Until the next time, peace.